Growing up in New Zealand, I was raised as a Christian. However, my parents were not overly religious. As a young girl, I went to Sunday school every week and attended church with my grandmother. I went to Christian classes as part of a school curriculum. As I got older, I stopped going to church as I never really felt passionate about Christianity. In my teenage years, I made a few mistakes as I got involved with a group of friends that were a bad influence, and my family decided to move to Australia at the beginning of 2006 when I was 15. I attended high school in Australia and really began to excel at school and began a new life. I achieved the grades I needed to get into my university course. So I moved out of home closer to the university and into student accommodations. Up until this point, I had no idea about Islam except from what I heard in the media. I had never met a Muslim person before. One of my housemates was a Muslim, and he was very open-minded. He was the most genuine and kind-hearted person I have ever met. I did not ask him much about his religion until I got to know him a bit more. And when I did, I was very intrigued. I was asking him questions every day about everything from the Quran to Arabic words. I was always interested and excited by the answers. I was usually very skeptical about religions, but with Islam, I felt connected right away. A year went by and I met a lot of Muslims. They were all very kind and peaceful people, and they were always willing to answer my questions. I started doing my own research just before I turned 19, and I knew I wanted to convert to Islam before Ramadan. The previous Ramadan I had fasted some days, but later I learned that none of those counted unless I was Muslim. After my 19th birthday, I was eager to learn even more about Islam as I received the book called Don't Be Sad. And I realized a lot of it was my theory on life anyways. I then moved into a house by myself, and I was very lonely and depressed all the time. Because I was always alone, whenever I said Bismillah meaning, I began in the name of God. I felt very relieved and safe. I knew I needed to convert to Islam, but I didn't want my Muslim friends to think I was doing it just because of them, so I was very hesitant. I was also hesitant because I did not realize how easy Islam would be for a 19-year-old girl. But I was very concerned that people, even my friends, did not know much about Islam. Then, one night, I had a dream that I was Muslim. I was wearing a hijab, and it fell off in front of everyone, but nobody said anything to me. When I woke up, I felt this was a sign that Islam was going to be easy for me. Many things happened to me over the course of the few weeks, all of which I knew were signs from Allah. I was so happy that evening I cried out of joy. It was one of the happiest moments of my life.